Hi, it's Claire Milam and the Books That Made Me series. And the next book that I'm going to talk about is Power of the Magdalene by Stuart Wilson and Joanna Prentiss. It's a really striking book with this really beautiful woman with a chalice and red hair and the Egyptian pyramids. And it was published in 2009. And I first learned about it between 10 and 15 years ago. And so one of the things it talks about are the Essenes, which are not a Christian group that I had learned about growing up, like the Sadducees and the Pharisees that are mentioned in the Bible in American theology. But I have learned a bit more about the Essenes historically, and I got to go to the ruins of their Qumran, I believe that's how you pronounce it, settlement when I was in Israel a couple years ago. So this book is like the hidden story of the women disciples, right? And it talks about, or a story, the Essene family, the angel Al-Ariel, different people in Israel, Egypt, Gaul, which was France, Britain, Glastonbury, Joseph of Armenia, and then the Da Vinci phenomenon with the Cathars, the Da Vinci symbolism, existence of a bloodline, light conception, DNA, power of the Magdalene, the Temple of Isis, and then this bigger picture about the new children, which really interested me since my personal children were born in 2000 and 2002, and then my students, of course, have been born as recently as like 2020. It also talks about Archangel Metatron and Melchizedek, who is mentioned briefly in the Bible. I think I did mention that I got to go to, I think it's pronounced Qumran, when I was in Israel a couple years ago, which is pretty cool. So, needless to say, so there's the Da Vinci, the Last Supper that I saw when I was in Italy, and it's a pretty iconic image of that meal. And this just really, it spoke to me a lot about, as a woman, it spoke to me about where some of those who were persecuted in Jerusalem in thereabouts 3,000 years ago, where they scattered, which included Europe, and also about women and about some of these myths and mysteries. And it was really comfortable and eye-opening to me. I had met some people. It wasn't the first book I'd read, but it was the one of them. And I connected with like Kathy Welchman online. She was creating some really beautiful flower essences. I do want to look up what she's doing today. And then I also want to just mention, these very special, memories in this very special soul group. There was a really active Yahoo group with some of the Essenes. There are obviously all sorts of connections within women and spirituality, and I'm really happy to share this one. It's really special.